I want to thank you for joining our presentation of Waco's Genealogy Lock-In and the Genealogy Network of Texas statewide event. My hope is that you will be encouraged after watching this program to be a participant this year. And if you are associated with a library or society, perhaps be a participant as an organization. So let's get started. To start with, I'd like to talk a little bit about, share a little bit of the history of our program and talk about 3 goals that we had from the beginning that help us keep us focused even today. We started back in 2000 as a genealogy department of the Waco-McLennan County Library in conjunction with the Central Texas Genealogical Society, providing an after-hour program after 6 o'clock when we closed for the public. I want to shout out the CTGS right now and just thank them for their many years and dedication of volunteering, many hours, their leadership, helping provide us direction, answering the question of where are we going with this project, and just thank them for their support and dedication to this event. Some of the goals that we had at the beginning were just one, to provide a free genealogical program for the public. That aspect of just providing that pre-program is so important to keep that no charge for anything, and the people that are participating in this project, they do not charge it either. That's one of the requirements. We also wanted to foster relationships between the library and our local and genealogical organizations. So not just between the Waco Library and the CTGS, but by all libraries and societies that are participating. That's one of our goals, is to find ways to share and have a relationship between those different entities. And we want to invite people to our collection because we have such great collections across Texas. We want to showcase those. So this is a picture of me on our first flyer. I think that's me with my deer slayer hat out in the cemetery. We would run a cemetery project here in Waco. We had a little promotion that first year. We had a wooden padlock with the key and change, and somebody from the city council come and unlock and lock the doors. So that was a lot of fun. Just some of the milestones timeline wise. In 2007, we invited those hereditary historical genealogical groups that we have locally to come set up information tables. This has become a boon for their membership. It also helps us in our relationship with those organizations that use our collection, and it's been a very positive thing. In 2009, we had set up a relationship with the Lone Star chapter of the Association of Professional Genealogists. They provided a free one-on-one consultation between the public and their organization members. They called it the Ancestors Roadshow. This came about because we listened to our patrons who said, Bill, we want to talk to some professionals at this event. So for many years, some years, we paid professionals, and then by chance, some of those members were part of this group and they asked to participate in this on a permanent basis. COVID kind of put a stop to that program. We hope to reinstate it as soon as we can. In 2011, I had this thought that so many libraries and societies were hosting programs in October, which is Family History Month. What would happen if we all had this program, our own programs on the same day, and share programs? Programming takes a lot of time and energy to develop. And so that first year I got with the State Library of Texas, and we had 5 programs, over 200 plus participants. And I think that year we used Skype to share our programs. 2012, we added Denton, Plano, and Houston. They've been with us ever since. The State Library dropped out after a few years, but we've been growing ever since. Now, the basic idea is that library societies create their own standalone events using the shared programming that we came up with. And each library is responsible for marketing their own event. So this is just a collage of some of the advertisements that we've seen through the years, the different titles. We'll go over that later. And so where are we today? Lock-in is held on the third Friday in October every year. It's co-sponsored by the CTGS and the Texas State Genealogical Society. We've had over 60 participants across Texas and beyond. Beyond includes Fort Wayne, Indiana, some places in Louisiana. We're just kind of growing as we grow. And it's offered virtually as well and as in person. So in 2020, we did not have our event because of, guess what, COVID. So in 2021, we did some soul searching, asking ourselves, how were we going to provide this event across the state virtually? And so we came up with the idea of creating individual web pages for each library or society that was participating. They would have the option to take the programs that we were offering in any order with any start time and create their own web page through the volunteers of the Central Texas Genealogical Society. Very easy to use, would include the handouts, the bios, instructions, and it's just it's kind of a seamless kind of thing that the patrons seem to get hold of, and works really well. So in 22, we had 494 people across the state in person, which is a great news. 11,524 views of all programs virtually, 13,597 views with programs, those that came to see programs and the virtual combined. I think we had quite an impact on programming in Texas. So the whole idea is to make it your own. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. And so it's not just the Genealogy Waco lock-in, it's whatever they called their event at their home library or home society. So here are a few of those titles that we saw on the advertisement a minute ago. So make it your own. I got a few slides just to give you a quick idea of some of the things that we've done in the past to make this event special for your participants year after year. So you might include door prizes, you know, those free annual membership to your society, DNA test, research, genealogical publications. Make it special. Do something as special as door prizes. Free printing. The financial impact is nil compared to you know, what you thought it might be, but it really gives people the opportunity to say, I can go do research and not have to worry about digging out quarters for the machine. Heritage organizations. Back in 2007, we invited those groups. Just a great way to incorporate those groups, the ones that use your collection, and develop a relationship. Reenactors. We have made it our own. With reenactors, they come and they talk about the period of time, and they're a great attraction to any event. And research help. Beyond the Ancestors Roadshow, we use our volunteers that have expertise and get them signed up so people can sign up and talk to them about their own expertise for 20-minute sessions. And don't forget the snacks and refreshments. Gets those long hours, you need a little snack to keep you going and energized. We also do giveaway bags. You can do them beforehand as swag bags, or just set out the materials and let people collect what they want to in a bag. Very popular for every event. And also collection tours. We want to bring people into our collections, and so give them a space and time to have a tour. With Family Search, this relatives around me has become very popular, and it'd be surprised of how many people have find out that their cousins that they've known for years in the society. That's just a lot of fun. They come into the collection now and go, hi, cousin. I just love it. And also listen to the audience. Whatever you do, have a way for them to give you feedback and evaluation, but take the time to evaluate those comments and incorporate them into future programs. Your program will become stronger and it will grow. And use the space you have. From every little nook and cranny, you could put up plastic to create your own little space, but training and providing programming that people want to hear and learn about is very important. So here's a collage of just making it your own. Kind of where programs were, the things that were happening, where to get snacks, that sort of thing. So that's just one of the 2006 program that we had. Now, our philosophy for programming has developed over the years, but we definitely have a beginner's class, a DNA class, some kind of featured collection, an ethnic group here in Texas that are important, a database or website, a record resource or time period, a methodology, and usually a recognized speaker. So let's talk about our programs for this year. A recognized speaker and plus a records program would be Judy Russell, Linking the Generations with Court and Land Records. Here we're going to talk about the value of court and land records to find evidence to link early generations. Our DNA program is Ryan Russell, genetic genealogist, Open Doors Genetics. He is going to talk about those match lists that you get when you do a DNA test and how to search strategies identifying your DNA matches and determine your common ancestors. Susan Ball, president of TXGS, is going to do a methodology program on taming the chaos tiger, organizing your records and research. She's presented for us before, and she is very well organized, and you will come away. In fact, her program a couple of years ago is the most popular one for all the programs. Success and successful writing. Angela Breidenbach, the executive director of the International Institute of Genealogical Studies. This is one of her fortes. One of her passions is teaching people how to write. Our collection program is the Hill College Texas Heritage Museum. It's known as a great Civil War repository for both sides. John Lewis the dean, is going to be doing a program. Don't forget this program is going to be a great resource. Then we also have a beginner's class. We have Irene Walters from the Clayton Library in Houston giving us a beginner's class for those beginners in your public and your members. And then Percy, back at the Allen County Library, we have Elizabeth Hodges. We'll talk about this great resource that Allen County has put together over the years. And then our ethnic group will be Heather Meacham, research specialist for Family Search, and she'll be talking about some things there. Just a couple of notes of people that have sent us some thank you notes. I'll let you read those. And those, so the virtual aspect and just our help is great. We are here to help, and thank you for your interest, and you can contact us at this information.